Hello again, Izzy at Digital Goja Showrooms. Well, you stepped up your game and you now have a brand spanking new DSLR, and you've noticed that the built-in flash just isn't cutting it for you. So you now actually went ahead and pulled the trigger and got yourself an external professional flash, like the Altura ETTL for Canon and the Altura Pro Series APC 958X for Canon. But you're having issues with the settings and you can't change the settings, something's going on. Well, let's take a closer look. If this video helps you out, remember to hit me up with a like button underneath and subscribe to our channel for future tutorials and sessions such as this, and to share with fellow photographers. And don't forget, when in Miami, visit me at Digital Goja Showrooms. So here we have one of the more popular Rebel cameras on the market now. This is the EOS T6S. All right, so you've been using this for a while. You stepped up your game. You're now working with a DSLR, and you like using your camera on this mode. Notice the green auto setting. This is your main issue, because when you have the camera set to this mode, it basically says, I'm in charge, you're just along for the ride, and you can't do anything about it. So in this mode, when you attach a flash, we'll start out with the Altura ETTL flash for Canon. Let's pop this guy on here. Remember, always do this with your camera and your flash off, and when you attach it, go straight in. Don't do any side-to-side turning, because you can damage the foot of the flash or the hot shoe of your camera. So now when I activate the camera and I activate the flash, and notice that my flash is on TTL, has a TTL setting that lights up. Now in this mode, the camera and the flash are one, but the camera is making all the decisions. It's setting the aperture, it's setting the shutter speed, everything. Even if you change all the dials, you try to control here, press, nothing's going to happen. You won't be able to change any settings on your flash, because on this full auto mode, the camera is doing all the thinking for you. You go ahead and say, well, let me switch it over to P for program. That's the P setting on the control dial here. Here, again, I cannot change aperture or shutter speed. Nothing is going on. The only thing I can override is maybe exposure compensation. That's it. So basically, when you want to do some control of your external flash, I would highly recommend setting it to TV, which is time value. This way you can pick the shutter speed, and remember, you have to work anywhere between 160 and 1/200th of a second, and it will pick the corresponding f-stop to give you a little bit of control. But I highly recommend, I know this sounds kind of leery, but you want to switch over to manual, where now I pick the shutter speed. Let's try 1/200th of a second, and the f-stop, and the camera and the flash are still working in through the lens metering, so it's going to still control the output of your flash. The only thing you're doing is you're controlling your exposure when it comes to how much depth of field you want and how fast your subject is moving. Same goes for the Altura 958X, the 958, the APC 958X. Again, the same thing. This guy is a little bit more powerful output. This one also has high-speed sync and rear curtain sync. Plus, it also has the wireless TTL that can control secondary flashes from Canon that have the wireless ETTL. Both situations, you will eliminate the issue of not being able to change any settings on your flash and the camera if you switch over to an override mode like time value or manual. Happy shooting.